What's up guys, this is Ronnie. Welcome back to tutorial 91, and now we'll see how to delete nodes from the graph using one input CSV. So the use case is kind of a bit complex, so just let me explain this thing in the next slide. But from the tutorial point of view, it will be going to be like delete nodes from Neo4j graph by reading CSV as input, and we'll be going to use CYPHER, APOC and Python. So I know this is going to be very complex, but let me just explain this thing from the next slide. So right now, if you see, I have few nodes, and every nodes are going to have some type called student. This is not visible here. For example, I have a node called I have actually 1 2 3 5 nodes actually present, and each nodes are going to have a different name like Thomas, Rene, Ronnie, Rahul and John. So our job is to delete some of the nodes, and the instruction for the deletion will be coming from a CSV file. For example, I have a CSV, and in the CSV file I have like kind of type is student, name is Ronnie, type is student, name is John. So what will happen, the Ronnie and John should be removed. Why? The type is student and name is Ronnie, and type is student, name is John. So I have two entries, and that is why this Ronnie and John should be removed. And this is the use case, like read nodes, sorry, it should be not read, actually it should be delete nodes. Let me change it. Delete nodes from Neo4j graph from CSV input using CYPHER, APOC and Python. So what are the things we are going to do? First we'll read from the CSV file, and after that we'll be going to match with this type and name. Type means the label of the node, and the name of the name property of the node with the CSV input. And based on that, if the match found, then we'll be going to delete, and if there is no match, we'll do nothing. So this is the use case, and we'll see how to do that. But before I go to the next slide, so let me just explain this thing. So guys, we'll be going to use the APOC procedure as well. So definitely you have to like enable this prerequisite, or you have to set this prerequisite if you're not like watching our series for the last few months. So probably this is going to be very difficult for you. So if someone is watching our video for the first time, then it will be highly recommended to go ahead and watch from the tutorial 75 and 76. There actually I demonstrate how to set up the prerequisite. But in nutshell, you have to open your Neo4j browser, you have to go to your settings tab, then you have to copy paste this two line, then you have to hit OK and apply, and after that it will ask you to restart the Neo4j browser. That's it. But if you are not if you haven't done this thing and you are trying to execute the CYPHER query, the APOC procedure, definitely will get error. So this is why this is very important to like set up this prerequisite. Okay, so there is not much discussed for the remaining slides. We'll go and see how we can achieve this thing from the CYPHER console. So let me open the CYPHER console, and let's see what are the different graphs I have right now. So it should be match n, return n. So I have Rene, Thomas, Rahul. So I have Ronnie and John is pending. So let me, not pending, is removed. I have to create this Ronnie, and I have to create this John. So what I'll do, let me just let me create this thing, John. Okay, done. Let me create Ronnie. Okay, I believe it's done. So let's check what are the different nodes are there. So see, I have Ronnie, I have John, I have Rene, I have Thomas, Rahul. So 6 nodes are created: Ronnie, John, Thomas, Rahul, Rene. Okay, it's fine. So now what we'll do, we'll try to remove like Ronnie and this John by reading the CSV file. The CSV file is this one, delete.csv, and actually it is placed in my this directory within my home directory, within the folder documents, GitHub, and here. So we'll try to read this from APOC. Okay, so just copy paste this thing, and we'll try to do this thing now. So what are the things? So let me write call epoch.load.csv, then we have to write like this, then this, then you have to write users, then Ronnie, then this. Okay, and after that yield map. So let's see what are the things are coming from the CSV. What happened? Yes, it's coming. So I think I did a mistake because I haven't done the file name here. So it should be delete dot CSV. Let's see. So see, I got type student name Ronnie, type student name John. So type is actually equivalent to the label and name is going to be the name property of our node. For if you go here, see the type is label is student and the property name is capital name. So now we'll try to remove this one. Means in our file we have this Ronnie and John, so Ronnie and John node should be deleted. Okay, so we'll write down the query now. So just pay attention to this, try to watch the video till the end. You'll be able to understand what I'm actually doing. Okay, so it should be with map. Okay, then we'll unwind this type because this is actually a list and every element in the list is actually a map. So it should be unwind map dot type as type and then unwind map dot name, this name. Just because this is list, so I have to unwind this thing. Okay, done. Then we have to do some searching actually. Okay, so it should be match then A, right? And after that we'll write this name, okay, like this, and it should be name here. Okay, this name. Okay, and what we'll do now, we'll try to do something. We have to find the labels actually. Unwind labels of A as label, right? Now we'll be going to match this thing using where clause. Okay, so it should be where label equals to type, means this one, right? If that matches, then we'll what we'll do, we'll just go ahead and remove. But if I do this thing, it will throw some errors. For that I have to write A and I have to write this type. Okay, and actually our label means the node which we are actually going to match, it actually matches with this type, then we'll be going to remove. So it should be delete A, and just because we are not using any relationship, then attach is not required. Okay, so if you run this thing, so hopefully it should delete. So this is the query. So first we are loading the file, then you are returning this map. It is actually not required, but still I am doing this. Then after taking the reference of map, I am just doing some list iteration using this two thing, and I am getting this value type and name from here, and after that I am just doing the match operation. Then after that, for actually this is actually getting the graph from here, like where it is, let me just not coming, let me just, yeah, from here, and every label is actually kind of in the form of list, so it is going to return the list, and after this I'm getting the element, just because as I know I have only having one label, so the first element will be coming, and after that I'm just taking reference of this node A and this variable type, and I'm just going to compare this label, means the graph label from the Neo4j graph to the like CSV column attribute, CSV column type name value. If both are actually student, then if both values are actually matches, or means the value of this thing is student and this value is student, then we are going to delete this thing. So let me run this thing. Hopefully deleted 2 nodes, completed in 3 seconds. What I'll do, will just try to check what are the different nodes actually getting deleted. Match and return in. So hopefully Ronnie and John should be deleted. Graph, see, Ronnie and John is not there, Rene, Thomas and Rahul came. So this is actually very easy to understand. So I believe you guys understood this thing. Let me remove everything, then we can maximize this thing. I don't know whether it is possible to maximize, but can I do it maximize? I think no, there is no option to maximize. So what I'll do, I'll just take a copy of this thing, okay, and I'll try to put this thing here. Okay, so let me just come back to here, change the color to black. It's done, and delete node from graph using CSV input. Copy. I believe here also I need to change. Done. So let me just explain this thing one more time. Slide. So from the current slide, so if you see here actually until this part it is clear. Here actually you are getting the value, and up here actually you are taking the reference of map. After that we are unwinding the type attribute and the name attribute, which is actually the column or the header from the CSV. So once this is done, we are just matching with this name property with this name from here, and after that we are unwinding the labels for every graph whatever we are getting from the Neo4j. And once that label value actually retrieved from this line, we are actually going to take reference of this type and the node A. Node A means the graph which is already exists within our Neo4j. So that this node is from that graph, and after that we are going to compare this label, like whatever is coming from the Neo4j nodes and the one which is actually coming from the CSV column. If both are same, then we'll be going to delete. Okay, so this is the query, and next thing will be that will be just we'll write match in return in. Okay, if I run this thing, I'll get just these things, so it means all are deleted. So just wait, let me just put this thing here. So insert pictures, it is saying insert screenshot. So pictures from file, downloads, okay, so it is done. Now we'll try to do the same thing from Python. Okay, so we'll try to load the same file, we'll try to delete the same file. So before that I need to create this nodes actually. Okay, so what I'll do, let me open my console. So it should be create A and it should be student. Okay, then it should be name, and here it should be Ronnie, right? And one more should be created, it should be John. Okay, Ronnie and John created. So let's check this thing. So we have student, total 6, we have Ronnie and John. So now our job is to remove Ronnie and John by reading this CSV file, but everything will be done from the Python. Okay, so let me rename this thing. It should be Neo4j underscore tutorial underscore 91. Okay, then it should be tutorial 91. Now we'll write remove or delete nodes by reading CSV input using CYPHER, Epoch and Python. Okay, so next thing is just let me give one heading like this. Okay, done. So let's import the necessary modules. So it should be from Neo4j import graph database, then we're going to write driver equals to graph database dot driver. Okay, then it should be URI like this, then it should be auth like this, Neo4j, here it should be Rambo at the rate 1234. Okay, like this. Then session is going to be driver dot session like this, and here we'll be going to write the URI. So what I'll do now, we'll go and check the URI for the Bolt protocol. Okay, and we'll be going to write that. So let's execute this thing. No error means everything is fine. So now we'll write down the query. Okay, so query is going to the same thing whatever we did, but it is kind of a bit different. So let me just give me some time. So I have to copy paste the query from here. Actually we have written already, so let me copy this thing like this. Okay, so this is actually the same thing whatever we write in the Python console. Then we'll be going to write session dot run, and if I hit enter, then it will delete everything like whatever is actually present in the file. So before I do that, let me check whether I have this full graph or not. See, Ronnie is there, John is there, Rene, Thomas and Rahul is also there. So if I run this line here, then this Ronnie and John must be deleted. So let's see. So something happened actually. No error means something happened. So let me execute this thing. So see, Rene, Thomas and Rahul is present, Ronnie and John has been deleted. Okay, so now just to verify our point again, so I'll change it to Rene and Thomas again. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll change it to Rene and Thomas. Okay, so let's save this thing, let's execute this thing one more time. Okay, so now if I execute this line, then where is our file, then Rene and Thomas must be deleted. So let me check. So Rene and Thomas is still there, so I have to execute this line. Done. So let me check this thing, the same thing from here. See, only Rahul is present. So it means whatever is present in our CSV file, it is actually getting loaded using the epoch procedure, and after that the query is also working fine, and from there actually we are able to delete this thing successfully. So let me just take a screenshot of this thing. Okay, so Python code is same actually. I don't need to explain this thing because actually this is the same CYPHER code, only we have some like Pythonic code like the module import and the connection establishment, the creating of the session variable, so those things. Okay, let me just remove this thing. Remove means just make it a bit smaller. Yeah, this is fine now. Cool, and output is going to be the same thing. Let me just take a copy of this thing and here. Fine. So that's it, guys. I believe this is actually a really interesting tutorial, and I believe you guys are like getting some sort of like what do you say, the motivation to learn Neo4j now. So hopefully we'll be going to start the advanced topics on data science and some other graph algorithm related topics very soon, after maybe in the 100 tutorial, because few more things are left, like whatever we are doing using CS, we'll be going to try to achieve the same thing from JSON file as well. But in between, if you guys are having any use case, anything, whether it is your study, whether it is your college project, or whether it is your actual client's requirement, or whether you are working in some sort of exercise or competition, there also Neo4j tasks are there. And if you not able to solve this thing, or if you want us to share your like some achievement with Neo4j, please share with us. We'll get some nice idea. We'll try to incorporate all this thing in the use case, so in the longer run all the community member students will be helpful with your use case. Okay, and last but not least, try to do some sort of practice. Means if you're not doing any practice, then definitely will forget everything after some time. So it is humble request. And apart from that, if you guys are having any doubt, feedback, or if you want to complain, if you have some complaint is a bad word, but again still, if you guys are having any complaint, or if you want us to provide some not us, if you want to provide some sort of feedback or suggestion regarding our content, or if you want us to improve our quality, please feel free to write me. We always try to get the feedback. Actually, by getting the proper feedback, we only can excel. It is actually applicable in a better way, right? So that's it, enough of talking. We'll see you in the next video. Till then, take care, goodbye, and have a nice day.